Come together. Honoring the Fab Four.
We don't try to look like the Beatles or dress up like them or be their personality. We're really about celebrating their music.
Refined rocks out to a Beatles cover band who is marking a major milestone at the famous Pike Place Market. Plus, a local penthouse that's ready for the Hall of Fame. We take you inside the condo of Edgar Martinez. Then, time for a vacay.
I'm very stoked. It is my first time at Mount Bachelor.
Refined heads to a winter paradise in Bend, Oregon, and we want to send you there too. Seattle Refined starts now.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Gard Swanson, and welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm at the beautiful Edgewater Hotel today, where there's a little bit of music history here. Well, there is a ton. The hotel's claim to fame has to do with the Beatles.
The Fab Four famously fished off the hotel balcony during their first world tour back in 1964. Those days may have passed, but the band still lives on through their music. And for fans in Seattle, they just have to turn to a local group whose devotion to the Beatles is the real deal.
Come together right now over me.
Cream Tangerine, the cream of the crop when it comes to Beatles cover bands. They've been cranking out tunes for more than a decade, packing the house in the Pacific Northwest and beyond.
I'm a huge Beatles fan. I was raised on my dad's musician, so this is just phenomenal. I'm really digging it.
It's a blast. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're all good friends, and it's just great music, and the combination of those two together, we have a great time.
The group's members are longtime pals. All are talented, like Jeff Lockhart, who crushes it on the drums.
It's totally about the music. What's a little different about Cream Tangerine, we don't try to look like the Beatles or dress up like them or be their personality. We're really about celebrating their music, and we just think when everyone comes to do this, everyone's celebrating. We just get to play the music in it, and we're all celebrating together, having a blast.
It's absolutely fun. Last time I saw a concert, it was down there on top of the Peak, but this is a great location. Very Seattle thing to do.
On this rainy day, Cream Tangerine is jamming on the rooftop balcony at Copacabana Cafe at Pike Place Market. It's a celebration, the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' last performance ever, their rooftop concert in England back in 1969. Cream Tangerine is playing the exact same set list from that special day.
It's cool on so many levels. I mean, the fact we're just here in the market playing really good music, from the Beatles, celebrating the 50th anniversary here with friends. It's really special for us.
I love the Beatles. I mean, I fell in love with Paul McCartney at age 4. And so I've always followed around their music. Look around. Everybody around here still knows their music and loves them. They join people together.
Seems like everyone here has a Beatles story.
Oh, it's so nice. I love Cream Tangerine, and my family, my mother's side's all from Liverpool, England, and they knew the Beatles, and when I was 7, I got their autograph on the back of a picture. I still have it. Nice. So I wouldn't, rain or no rain, I'm here. I love it.
But one fan who truly understands the Beatles and this milestone anniversary is Mick O'Dell, who says he was actually on the roof 5 decades ago on that gray afternoon in London.
And I heard the music start, so I went up. The building next door had the door open, so I walked all the way up the stairs and got out through the skylight up there.
So you snuck in?
Yeah, snuck in, and I was there. Took a while to get back out because it was pretty crowded down below, so I was there the whole time.
Mick's wife says he's in the pictures from the concert. He's not so sure.
She says it's me, and I'm not really sure. I changed a lot over the years.
Today's concert is special for everyone here, celebrating the Fab Four's impact on the Seattle music scene and around the world. Even I got caught up in this contagious concert.
Get back to where you belong. Get back,
How was my voice?
Gard, you're in the band, man.
By the way, Cream Tangerine plays over 50 events a year in Western Washington.
You know we love a good piece of real estate on this show, and there's a new listing on the market that's a real home run.
Check out the Bellevue penthouse of Hall of Famer Edgar Martinez. It's 2 stories and a whopping 4,000 square feet. The condo has soaring ceilings and crazy mountain views. Edgar is listing it for $9.7 million. To see the entire photo gallery, head to our website.
It's time for another refined road trip. Today we're taking you to what some call the Northwest Winter Playground. Refined's Brandon Bernstead headed to our sponsor, Visit Bend, to see what the ski town really has to offer.
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome to beautiful Bend, Oregon, where sunshine and snowfall combine to make this an oasis for outdoor adventure. Home to snowshoeing, dog sledding, and of course, world-class skiing and snowboarding at Mount Bachelor.
At Mount Bachelor, we're the 6th largest ski area in the United States. 4,300 acres plus of lift-served terrain places us at number 6 in the United States. So you could spend all day and probably never ski the same line twice.
If you want to get up early on a powder morning and go get great powder, you can do it. If you want to wait a little longer, go up once everything's kind of been groomed in, you can have that. And I think really I've never been to a mountain that regardless of your skill level or the experience you're looking for, it's there.
Mount Bachelor is located just 30 minutes from Bend. I'm an avid skier, so from the second I arrived in town, the mountain was calling my name, and I had to answer the call.
I'm very stoked. It is my first time at Mount Bachelor. I got my buddies Troy and Nate. They're Bend residents, they're locals, so they're gonna show me the ropes, and we're gonna get after it and have an incredible day today on the mountain.
The terrain is pretty long and somewhat intermediate, so it allows for a lot of progression.
Bottom.
For experienced skiers who really know what they're doing, we certainly advise you to take advantage of our famed tree skiing over in the Outback and Northwest areas, and those are the locals' favorite playgrounds.
Doesn't get any better than this, baby. Let's open it up. Woo! Just finished up an epic day of skiing at Mount Bachelor, covered a ton of terrain. Now we're headed back into Bend for après ski, some post-skiing food and drinks. Downtown boasts one of the best après ski scenes in the country. That's due, in large part, to the stunning number of breweries that call Bend home. The best way to make sure you hit them all is to follow the famous Bend Ale Trail.
So literally every brewery that is in Bend and operating a tap room is part of the Ale Trail. So you truly get the diversity of the ale scene in Bend through the trail.
Of course, you can't go to Bend without a stop at Deschutes Brewery's Bend Public House.
It's a really warm and welcoming environment. You feel at home when you come in here. This is just the perfect place to come. Park yourself downstairs next to the fireplace, order up a couple of burgers, some sides, have a pint or two. You're really going to be in heaven.
Deschutes Brewery is a Bend original, founded here back in 1988. Now you can find Deschutes beer all over the country.
You know, we really focus on quality here in our beers, with our food, innovation. We try to be, different. We try to be outside of the box. We try to be, innovative with everything we do.
All right, Robin, just got off the slopes, long day. I'm in the mood for a beer. What are we drinking?
Oh, you got to go with something that's going to warm you up. This is our Imperial Stout, the Abyss. Brewer's licorice. It's got molasses. It's a deep, dark, rich, beautiful beer with a little over 11% alcohol. That's going to get you where you want to be.
The perfect beer to warm up after a long day?
Exactly.
Well, Robin, thank you for everything. This place is amazing. You guys got to check it out. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
For Seattle Refined, I'm Brandon Bernstead.
Refined wants to send you to Bend, Oregon for a dream getaway. We are giving away a 4-person trip to Bend that includes hotel, Mount Bachelor ski lift tickets, excursions, and restaurant gift cards. To take the Visit Bend Challenge and to enter for a chance to win, head to SeattleRefined.com/contests. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
Stubborn.
Very dogged.
Obstinate.
Very straightforward.
And adorable.
An odd couple crushes it in the wine business in what plays out like a real-life rom-com.
We did not get along.
We couldn't stand each other.
Plus, say cheese.
You have any good cheese jokes?
No.
Behind the scenes of Beachers as the Cheese Dynasty celebrates a major milestone.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Guard Swanson. Just in time for Valentine's Day, we here at Refined needed a solid love story, and it turns out a colleague over at Como News has a good one.
When reporter Jennifer Sullivan isn't running against a deadline, she's running a winery with her husband, police officer Jerry Riener. Their journey to become the perfect pair was a little complicated at first, but like a fine wine, it just gets better with age. Here's Malia Karlinski.
Business is booming at Guardian Cellars in Woodinville. Winemaker Jerry Riener sniffs and sips his way through the barrels, making sure every drop of wine is pure perfection.
It's delicious. So you have all this sweet fruit. It's got the spices in it from the barrel.
But how Jerry got to this place is a little bit of a winding road.
Everybody has to have a little bit of a side project in the wine business, it seems like. Mine's probably maybe a little different than some of the others, in that I've been a police officer for 21 years now.
In 2003, Jerry Riener was a detective in the Linwood Police Department when crime reporter Jennifer Sullivan contacted him about a case.
I met her. We did not get along.
We couldn't stand each other.
What did you think of her?
Wow.
Off the top of my head, stubborn,
very dogged,
obstinate,
very straightforward,
and adorable.
I will say, very pretty.
There was a lot of sort of just back and forth, and we kind of both realized this could be something more. But we went out for drinks in Fremont one night, and we talked for 5 or 6 hours, closed down the bar. We realized we had more in common than we ever thought. It wasn't about police officer and reporter. It was about Jerry and Jennifer.
Next thing they knew, they had fallen in love and had a thriving but hectic side business.
Jerry and I definitely have a triple life. We were able to work our jobs Monday through Friday, come to the winery Saturday, Sunday. We worked 7 days a week, and we did that for years. After our first daughter was born, we were able to kind of juggle that, and now we have a 1-year-old as well as a 5-year-old. So things are a little bit tricky. I've been a newspaper reporter the bulk of my career. I transitioned to TV almost 2.5 years ago, and it's been so much fun, and I'd like to say that I was able to compartmentalize, but I'll be pouring wine, I'll be here on a Saturday, and if somebody calls me about a crime, I'll step off the floor and I'll work on that.
The decor at Guardian Cellars is a nod to Jennifer and Jerry's other jobs. So are the names of the wines.
So we have the Informant, which is a Syrah blend. We've got Chalkline. Chalkline is our table wine. Kind of every day, goes well with Doritos, believe it or not. We also have the Wanted, Gunmetal, and last but not least, my wine, Newsprint.
Customers can taste the love in every glass.
I don't know how they do it. They have 2 kids.
Let alone 2 full-time jobs.
I know.
No, and their wine is delicious. Like you can tell that they put their heart and soul into this.
So how do the cop and the reporter still find time to drink it all in, despite these busy days?
I've learned that you just have to be regimented. So I've learned that to be regimented, I let Jennifer plan everything. That's how I do it all.
Well, if I can answer that question for Jerry, is that sometimes our house is not as clean as we need it to be. Sometimes our kids' hair doesn't get brushed when they go to school. There are things that definitely fall off the tracks, but we do make it all work.
Jennifer and I are very much like a wine. You age wines, they just become more cohesive. They taste like one thing that should be right. And our relationship has done the same thing.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You guys don't have to go silent, or you can all just start clapping.
He's never said that before. We love the winery, and it's just such a fun blend of our life.
Malia Karlinski, Seattle Refined.
You can visit the Guardian Cellars Tasting Room in Woodinville. For more information about this story, check out our website.
While love is in the air, you should check out a new show in Issaquah's Village Theater.
I do. You can almost see that the future's gonna be a dream.
I Do is a musical about marriage. It chronicles a couple's life together through 5 decades, starting with their wedding day. Good times and tough times are set to song in this nostalgic show. You can catch it on stage in Issaquah until February 24th, then it moves to Everett. Visit our website for more info. Coming up, the story that will have you saying, "More cheese, please," plus the cleaning service that's all about your house and hound. Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back.
Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, they are the big cheese in the Emerald City. Beecher celebrates a big milestone this month, their 15th year anniversary. So what makes the cheddar better? Refined's John Prentice got an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour.
Cheese, cheese, glorious cheese. Brian Gilbert is head cheesemonger for Beecher's Handmade Cheese at Pike Place Market.
Flagship Preserve is only aged 11 months, but it's wrapped in cheesecloth.
And has been peddling the addictive curds to the masses for over 10 years.
Why is cheese so delicious? Because it is. It's cave mold, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Why do we eat this? Like, what was the first guy to be like, I'm going to eat that?
Well, think about this. There's so many different ways that cheese has been created, but it's fermentation. Fermented foods are amazing to us.
And cheese is loaded with fat and salt. Delicious.
There's a lot of science that goes into it, but there's also a lot of passion and art.
Michael Staley makes Beecher's cheese every day.
Milk to pasteurizer to vat, culture, rennet, cut, cook, draw, pack, cut, and roll, flip.
Let's slow that down, Michael. It all starts with milk.
Every morning, a truck drives up and we receive 40,000 pounds of milk.
Holy smokes!
And this is where we store it.
From there, the milk goes into one of these tanks, where it's cultured, has the fats and oils drawn out, and then Michael and his team turn up the heat.
So what's going on in here?
We are cooking the curd. It helps firm it up, holds its shape, it gets smaller, releases more whey.
Once cooked, the excess liquid is drained out to reveal the cheese. They let it rest a moment, and then start the cheddaring process, where they cut the cheese, flip, and cut the cheese again.
You have any good cheese jokes?
No.
They cut the cheese over and over, eventually ending up with little chunks, like these.
These are cheese curds. We make about 4,500 pounds a day.
Some of the curds are sold as is, but others are scooped into molds and put in a press to mature.
How does aging the cheese change the flavor? And what are we looking at here?
These are curds, day one of the cheese-making process. We press and age this for a year and a half, or 11 months, or 4 years, and it becomes these different cheeses. This, for instance, is Flagship Preserve, so this is aged 11 months.
Can I taste this versus that?
Absolutely.
First, a fresh curd.
It's like a really pure kind of cheese taste, if that
Exactly.
makes any sense.
Yeah, no, exactly. A lot of people say farmer's cheese or mozzarella. Now I would try one of these.
Now this is the same cheese.
Exactly. Same exact cheese, aged 11 months.
Ooh, that's sharp. That's like a sharp cheddar.
Essentially what we're doing is we're harnessing that knowledge over thousands of years of making cheese to create different flavors.
John Prentice, Seattle Refined.
To learn more about Beecher's, all you have to do is head to our website. We'll be right back, but first, here's a refined, shareable moment.
There is alcohol. Not enough to get you drunk, but I wouldn't operate any machinery. Yeah, we're in the middle of a cocktail series. We met with lots of local bars and tasted some cocktails. It was a tough job, but somebody had to do it, and figured out which ones would translate well into a donut. There is alcohol in them. We actually use the bourbons and the liqueurs and make either the cream or the topping or the glaze. So the Nor'easter is a bourbon cream filling and then a bourbon ginger lime glaze with a bruleed lime on top. So the Everlasting Arms has a banana liqueur cream. It's delicious. And then it has a falernum glaze. And then it has the pineapple meringue on top.
Refine wants to send you on an Alaska Windstar cruise. We're giving away a trip for two that includes a 12-night stay in an Ocean View suite. That's right, 12 nights. It's an experience you don't want to miss. For complete rules and to enter for a chance to win, head to seattlerefine.com/Windstar. Good luck, everybody.
Welcome back to Refine. Now, before we go, there's a new doggone service that will make you howl with joy.
It's House and Hound, a cleaning service that specializes in households with four-legged friends. All the products are dog-friendly, and get this, they even walk your dog. To learn more about House and Hound, head to our website. Speaking of dogs, check out our latest Refine Spotlight. This is 3-year-old Cody. He's described by his parents as a big lump of love and has the nickname Never Enough because he wants you to pet him forever. If you have a pet that should be on our next Refine Spotlight, send us an email and a photo at hello@seattlerefine.com.
All right, that's going to do it for today's show from the beautiful Edgewater Hotel. I'm Garth Swanson. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next time right back here on Seattle Refined.